whole bunch of themselves, and they wound several ogres. I think they managed to kill 2 or 3 of them here, but not the maelstrom of poison that we were all hoping for. Bearing in mind, of course, that they can stand and shoot, so they're going to get another crack at it. But it's just funny to see that a very rare unit that you'd never see in any other game type showing up in the field for a bit of a laugh. Gutterrun is now creeping over the hill to see what they can try and do about the units of Chaos troops about to assault the building, but there's nothing they really can do. If they were to charge the rear of either of these units, if it was the case of the Marauders, the hero would just come back to the back and kill them all. If it was the Chaos Warriors, well, they probably just get struck down anyway, and it wouldn't really slow them down. Besides, it's Chaos' turn next, and with that Doomwheel having destroyed the the Hell Cannon, there's just nothing really blocking anything there, so that's what's happening. Next photo, the guy with the Rending Stars just trying to get out of the charge arc of those Chaos Warriors to the right, but there's nothing really left for these guys to do. They've actually killed everything of importance at the back, and of course Gutterrun is not really that good at shooting against armoured infantry, as I've been saying time and time again. Next image, the Screaming Bell throws 3 dice in the magic phase, and this is the dice that come up. It's a 5, 6, and a 6, meaning that the bell came very close to blowing up there. D6 Strength 4 hits are incurred, but I think the result of a 17 on the chart means that a whole bunch of really hideous effects happen for everything within 12 inches for the enemy, like extra attacks, rerolls to hit and wound, and all sorts of crap. So unfortunately there weren't any seriously big combats within 12 inches except for the one involving the bell. But my god, in a big battle like this, rolling a 17 on the bell, it just keeps getting more epic and more epic and more epic as we go on. Imagine that if that had been the case, if it had been within 12 inches of a horde of rat ogres, for example. My god. Next photo, Joran's Warfire Thrower is unleashed against the Chaos Warriors and rolls a sizable 10, incinerating several of the Chaos Warriors bearing down on us. But he's also clipped the dragon with it as well, inflicting 2 wounds on the dragon. So probably one of the best shots of the Warfire throwers combined throughout the game, but just funny to see little bits and pieces like this crop up. Next image, again, the Doom Rocket are launching from that unit. As you guys can see, there's actually a unit filler in that far unit of clan rats with the Doom Rocket in it, and it lands splat on this big unit of something like 50 or 40 or 50 Chaos Marauders. Man, what a unit to shoot at them. Going to the next photo where you see a bit of a more of a clear view of where the actual Doom Rocket landed. This is the only Doom Rocket of the 15,000 point game, but as you can see, it just toasted them and reduced them to about 20 guys, which is really satisfying for the Skaven players, even though this unit isn't a critical unit in the game. It's just funny to see arms and limbs going flying everywhere. Next image, here's a overview shot of how things are looking and how important things are getting. There are 2 Hellpit Abominations left, a Doomwheel, a Vermin Lord, and a horde of rat ogres. But as you can see visually here, they've wiped out all of their opponents, and they're too far away from the building. There's only 2 turns left after this, so as you can see, it's just not enough to get in there, and the 20 Storm Vermin about to be assaulted by the Chaos Warriors just aren't going to be able to cut it. The big block of horde of Chaos Warriors have been successfully diverted, and they're not going to be able to cut through the bell in time to turn around and take the building themselves, so they're not really of importance now. And because of the fleeing Skaven units everywhere, nothing else is able to divert the Chaos troops able to take out the tower now. So that's really what this game has come down to. Can the Chaos players use some magic or shooting or some other plan up their sleeves to solve this problem? Next photo, here's the important one. The Chaos Warriors stormed the building, and although a lot of shooting went off against them during the last couple of turns of magic, there's still, I think, 17 of them left, and charging in there, they managed to cut down 7 or 8 of the Storm Vermin, and fortunately the Storm Vermin passed their steadfast test in the building, despite being -1 toughness, only losing 8 to 12 guys, and that slows the Chaos down for 2 more turns, but they have 2 more turns left of assaulting the building. So I think they'll have this one in the bag. The dragon now charging the Doomwheel, and the Chaos Warriors charging the Doomwheel as well, and pulling off the overrun. And the plan here for the Chaos is to actually get the unit of Siege Warriors out of the way and bring in the real heavy hitters, which are the Khorne Chaos Warriors with halberds assaulting the building, and that ought to make a big difference for them. Go into the next photo, the Chaos Warriors victoriously surging over and attacking the Poison Wind Globadiers. Of course, the Poison Wind Globadiers bowling them with a lot of balls, but of course not killing enough guys to stop them, and just getting thrashed here. This whole flank is crumbling in the face of the Chaos onslaught now that they've got past the guns. Going to the next photo, on the other flank, victory still in the Skaven hands here, with huge numbers of clan rats just bowling into the remaining Chaos Warriors, recharging the Plague Furnace, and of course smashing them. They've got a Skaven Warlord in there as well, and with the sensor swinging backward and forward, just making a meal of these Chaos Warriors. Although they did try, and it's juicy to get a rear charge against one of these units, but nothing happening. And of course the Demon Prince in the background shooting off his flickering fire every so often, but not contributing even into combat. Next photo is objective time over here, and the big unit of Skaven slaves hitting the Chaos Marauders on horseback, and they're gonna probably be able to bowl through them actually. But the Chaos Knights have for some reason left the objective and are now bogged down into a massive bus of Skaven clan rats, and that's going to be interesting to see, because at the moment the objective is clear, nobody's controlling it. So if those slaves get in the way and hold it, there could be a bit of a upset coming on later on. Next photo, on the extreme left-hand flank, finally the Chaos BSB and his accompanying knight have wiped out all of the nearby Skaven slaves, but the time is too late. He's not really able to do anything else in this game but look pretty and march blood-stained around the battlefield. Next photo, the Skaven troops are moving further forward. They've destroyed the chariot ages ago, and the objective is being held securely by a mob of 20 storm vermin, and the Demon Prince doesn't even want to have a crack at it because there's too many units backing them up over there. So that unit is securing the objective and will until the end of the game. Going to the next photo, what's happened is that the unit of surviving Marauders with the Exalted Hero has crept around the side of the tower, and their plan really, I think, is to move in the way of any abominations or anything coming in to assault the tower in the final turn, possibly even getting away with the Vermin Lord. But again, those Skaven troops are just too far off the tower for it to matter, although it's kind of handy to have the Marauders in there just in case these Skaven troops manage to make it across. Next photo, the swarms of gutter runners still shooting around, and the Chaos Warriors at that point have turned around to greet them, but nothing of importance happening here, so I think I might just gloss over this photo. Go into the next one, where what's happening here is that the Chaos Lord has turned back around, and it's basically, his plan wasn't so much to run away from the Jezels, but just to do a bit of a loop around and just gear himself up for a final turn charge in the objective should the Skaven pull something funny and take the objective, maybe with Skittle Leap, putting an engineer on the objective. That'll be funny. Well, just to avoid that, we're going to send about 7 Chaos Knights, an Exalted, and a Chaos Lord and a Juggernaut against the objective. That ought to take it. Next photo, again with the situation in the center, the Chaos Warriors have been taken away from the building and bounced back. They didn't manage to storm it, but of course the Doomwheel being destroyed by the Chaos Dragon, as we saw earlier. Next photo, the clan rats have managed to eliminate all of the Chaos Warriors, overrunning into the forest and just hanging around. There are no Chaos troops for miles at this point, apart from the Demon Prince. But just again, just keeping guys filled in on the small time action going on this flank. Wow! Next photo, the big blob of 30 Skaven slaves have taken the objective. How did that happen? They managed to kill the Chaos Riders over here and have actually charged their way onto the objective, and all there is nearby is a unit of Chaos Marauders and a War Shrine. So this could be a bit ugly. There's also tons of gutter runners in the background, so could it be a bit of an upset with the Skaven taking in one of the other objectives? We'll soon find out. The Chaos players have actually only got 2 turns to get the Chaos Knights in there, so if they only get in there with 1 turn and don't kill enough slaves, or if the Skaven player rolls a double 1 in the final round, could be an upset. Next photo, what's happened here is the Chaos Knights have actually been defeated somehow by the big bus of Chaos Clan Rats, so I'm not really sure what happened here, but they have been repelling them, so Skaven making a bit of a comeback here, and the BSB's in range of that block too, so they're going to be steadfast for ages. Next photo, though, the Chaos Lord's unit just gearing up and just seeing how he can actually maneuver his forces in such a way that he'll be able to charge past the War Shrine on the following turn to attack the slaves. Possibly what he can do here is just to declare charges with those other two units first, move them, and then charge the knights past them. Going to the next photo, again, I don't know why I've taken so many photos of this because we're still not seeing any move on. The Doomwheel certainly didn't survive even one round of combat against these guys, but I guess one thing I can say about this photograph is that the Chaos Dragon's actually already taken several wounds, so in the next couple of shooting phases we may see him downed by something or other. Next photo, the Vermin Lord charging or marching his full 16 right through the gap here, past the Abomination and the big block of steel dudes, the Chaos Warriors. But he's not going to be able to get around the building at a time to stop the other troops from charging it. Going to the next photo, I'm not sure if you guys can spot the second serious mistake that the Skaven team have made in this event, and it's just disappointing so far. I'll just go back through them. I think mistake number one was the maneuvering of the Skaven Assassins unit. So losing all those 7 assassins where they could have been much useful later on in the game and losing that opportunity. Mistake number two, failing the panic check with the giant rats responsible for redirecting the unit that was going to assault the building. And mistake number three here. Mistake number three is definitely moving the Doom Wheel next to the Helpet Abomination with nothing else nearby. I can't believe we did that, and there was a leadership taken and failed, and of course he electrocuted the Helpet Abomination, doing 2 to 6 wounds on him through the failed regenerate.